Doing well. Hope you like my new setup. I'm Psychic Medium Ray. I should probably do it this way, but I like seeing it this way because I can see now your comments and everything. I'm not struggling with what I'm filming on, so I decided to do a little investment here, kind of like give you a little scope of everything. You can see this is my setup. So be sure to drop a comment if you're saying if you are on. Hi Talia, hi J Cats, hi Island Babe. Do y'all like it? My cat is Toby. It's my little familiar. It's not real, of course, but it's the cutest little statue that I got at the spiritual shop, and I wanted to do since it was recently spring equinox and Ostera. I wanted to have my little setup, my little aesthetic. So hey Troy, hey guys. So you won't be seeing me on camera today, but we're going to be doing some readings and doing a little kiki. I have my coffee. I've been drinking it here. I'm down to the last drop. Bienvenidos a todos. Gracias por estar aquí en mi canal. Por favor, deja un mensaje si estás aquí. I'm bilingual, guys, so I kind of threw in a little bit of Spanish. También quiero recordarles que si necesitan o quieren lecturas en español, los hago en privado. So basically, I was just telling people that if they speak Spanish only or they prefer Spanish readings, I'm that person. All right. I'm embracing my Latino roots, but I'm not just Latino. I have a lot of mixture. I'm Portuguese, Latino. Believe it or not, a lot of people are like, no, I have some black in me too, African American, which I'm very proud of. European Jewish, all kinds of stuff going on in me. But we are here. How's everybody doing? Look at my crystals. This is like a moon selenite bowl. And I have my little crystal. Isn't that cute? And this is supposed to be the cosmos, but I don't know. I don't think it shows up very well in camera. But let's see if I can show it to you. Can you see that? It's like the cosmos if I hold it. My crystal ball. Oh, okay. Enough of that. I'm loving this setup because I have the whole table and I can like kind of show you. I mean, I normally would do it landscape so you could see it, but I like the vertical because I can see the messages faster. Everybody have their cup of coffee, their breakfast. I made a hash scramble this morning. I call it hash, but it's like potato scramble with bell peppers and a little bit of that Cajun, what is it, Tony Chachacheries, or I don't know how you say it. But if you are from the South, you probably know. I also am using a mic that's canceling out a lot of my my window unit, which is kind of loud. So if for some reason you can't hear me or my mic goes dead, let me know and I'll switch over to my other headsets. So yeah, I have not. I'm so sorry. I've been behind even on my Patreon. So I'm gonna get on top of that today. Today's my my Sunday, and I dedicate it to doing catching up with some readings. Also, all of my readings are 50% off. So if you haven't booked a reading right now, now is the time to do it. Hey Alicia, hey girl. I've been missing you go live lately. Well, honey, you ain't missing me today. We are here. So yeah, I am loving this little setup, and just wanted to come on, do a little bit of readings, pull a couple of cards for you guys. I also follow me on TikTok at PsychicMediumRay. I told y'all TikTok wasn't going anywhere. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's going away," blah blah blah. And I was like, I was that psychic that called it about a year ago, and I was like, don't fret. It might have gone away for like a day, but it came back right back up. It's not going nowhere. But on TikTok, I'm starting to share more content. I just posted a video on trickster spirits and tricksters, and then also a video of messages for you, specifically about haters. And this is the deck that I'm using. I think I'm going to do a little bit here for you guys too. I really like this deck. Oops, it's called Haters Exposed, Evil Eye Oracle cards, and these are really fucking, excuse my language. Hi, Leslie Michelle. They're kind of accurate. It's spooky accurate, like literally. Hi, Em Achia from France. I don't know if I said that. It was Reste Cool. Je m'appelle Ray. Um, I don't know. I don't speak French. I want to learn French. And it's funny because I have a lot of French ancestry as well. All right, guys. So let's pull some messages and see what your haters. Let's see if you have any haters and what kind of like. And people are always saying, "Well, oh, you have to be a business owner or like, you have to like piss off someone to have haters." No, honey, you can have haters. I have haters. Just because I exist. And sometimes your haters are your own family. I hate to say it. People in your own family, your friend circle, low key. You're like some of you out there that are tuning in. You might be having a friend that you kind of pick up on that passive aggressive nature. You're picking up. The name of the deck is Haters Exposed, Evil Eye Oracle. I would turn on my other glamour light that I have on, and that I have here, which would be very bright for the setup, but I like kind of like this little darker because it's cloudy outside. Kind of, it sets the tone. All right, so let's see what messages we have for the collective, and then we will get into. I can't tell you how many times I've had friends who I thought were my friends, only to just be picking up on low key shade and whatnot, and then only to be revealed later on by spirits, cards, messages. You know. All right. So the first card is, I don't know if you can see, someone to perform, learn a cord cutting ritual. So, ooh, this is like telling me like you need to. A lot of you guys need to get on it with a cord cutting. You need to do a cord cutting. If you don't know how to do it, basically, you can take two candles, a black one and a white one. You can carve in the black one the person that you want to cut cords with. Um, in the white one, you would put the name of the person you would put your name, sorry, your name, and then you would get some twine or cord and kind of set them apart. Usually using like a little candle stand. That's what I like to do, just to be safe. But you can also melt the bottoms of the candles onto like a surface and just keep them like an inch apart and then wrap that twine around them. And then you're going to light them both at the same time. Of course, you can put some salt around it, some cinnamon, some pepper. You can do any kind of thing that you want for the cord cutting. And then you light them. And it's thought to believe that when those candles start burning down, where the twine, is holding them together, the candles are holding the twine. Once that twine burns and it falls, you're going to keep letting the candles burn all the way. And when I talk about the candles, I'm talking about the spell candles. And if you're not familiar, let me get the candles so I can show you. I just got some. So, oops, sorry. Um, so these are the candles here. Let me show you. They're little spell candles, right? So you'd set both candles like this, again in a candle holder for the safety, and then you'd wrap the twine around them, and you would carve their name here, your name here. When you light these candles and they burn down to where the twine falls, that in itself is cord cutting. Okay. You can do a banish candle as well. There's so many different ways that you can do it. But all right, let me get back to the messages. Good morning, guys. All right. The sound is bad. Uh, is it my sound? Can y'all hear background noise? I mean, I don't know if my mic is picking up. Let me know if you can hear well. Okay. Okay, sound is great. Okay, so the person hating on you has narcissistic behavior. How many of you know a fucking narcissist? I can tell you, let me tell you, I know so many of them. They exist, and a narcissist is going to try to tear you down. Nothing that you do or say is good enough. There's always a complaint. They're never they're always the victim. They're never responsible. They take no accountability. Does that sound familiar? Okay, and then we have here, they secretly keep tabs on your every move. Isn't that? That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, they don't like you know those people that are always on your, like, Facebook, if you still have Facebook, or on your Instagram, and you have, like, let's say, like, 2,000 followers, but out of that, every time you post a video, they're always watching, or your store in your stories, they're always watching. But when it comes to posting content, you never get likes. They don't like it. They don't like it. That's a true indication. And I know that, that's not the case for every situation, because there's people that, they're busy and they just see a video. I'm not saying that they have to like it or they're obligated, but you will know who are your supporters just by looking, pay attention. Actions speak louder than words, okay? So pay attention. Okay. And then we have here, they claim I did it first, knowing damn well they got inspired by you. Oh my God. When I tell you, these are the people also who's like, they have problems, especially in the spiritual community. You do something, well, I did it first, and you're copying me, or blah, blah. Like, bitch, you didn't create this shit. I'm just saying, you did not create this shit. You're not the owner of this shit. You got inspiration just like everybody else. This is from the Egyptian culture down to like Mesopotamia, the Ananuki, whoever you want to call it, none of this stuff is yours. You don't own it. Like, people take inspiration and it's okay. The world is big enough for everybody. So I'm just saying, don't sit here and act like you own something or you have the rights to something, unless it's like you trademark something or you created this invention like Post-its, just like in Romeo and Michelle, that movie. You don't own shit, okay? You got inspired by somebody. So don't act like you're carrier oils because you have a spiritual oil that you created that somebody copied. Bitch, please. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I was going on my rant. I'm feeling myself today. Um, they will play victims once they know they're losing. Facts. Facts. Isn't that facts? Like, seriously. And I'm telling you, these cards are fucking great. And then we have a business rival can't stand your grind and hustle. But they sure want the success. Like, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I've been doing this for over 15 years professionally. And I didn't start off with 40,000 followers, and I could have a lot more now, but because of other circumstances and people, in the industry that, celebrities that don't like me because I always do celebrity readings, blah, blah, blah. I won't go into it. But I will tell you, just because let's say you own a business, especially in the spiritual community, and you have colleagues that are very friendly to you, it does not mean that they're not in competition with you. It does not mean that they're not wanting to do better, or they would screw you over just to get on top, be on top. A lot of people want the success that you have without having to do the work. Do you understand that? They want what you have without doing the work. And a lot of times they will be connected to you in some fashion or form to ride your coattails of success. Okay? Look at this. And we are in fucking Mercury retrograde. Well, they got it wrong. They spelled it wrong. So on these cards, they need to get an editor. But I mean, you understand it, right? It's not retrogrades. It's retro. But maybe Spirit wants to call it retrogrades. But we're in Mercury retrograde currently. So delays, problems, interruptions with transportation, communication. You're going to be feeling some type of way. You're going to be feeling some type of way during this time. I have not been sleeping well. A lot of my friends have not been sleeping well. A lot of people have been going through like gastro upsets and things of that nature. And this is because of Mercury retrograde. But we also have Venus in retrograde, along with a lot of other things that are going on. And then finally, we have toxin. Be careful to not overindulge in alcoholic beverages or drug use. So again, for those of you that's like the weekend, it's lit. Um, yeah, don't fall into that. Like, it's okay. You got to be vigilant. And then we have here, take a spiritual bath. Girl, if this ain't telling you right here, you need to start amping up your spiritual protection. And I got that message twice for myself. So best believe I'm burning my Palo Santo and my sage, and I'm getting cleansed, because I'm telling you, this is spiritual warfare going on. It's intense energy. Everybody's feeling some kind of way here lately. Spiritual bath is basically like, um, you can buy them at stores, you can prepare them yourself. But like if you go to like a Botanica or a spiritual store, they'll come in a jar, and it's like it's different ways. They sell them like like bath salts prepared. A lot of people will make them in as like bath salts, and they put herbs, special herbs in there. It could be like valerian root, it could be hyssop, it could be angelica root, it could be, I'm just giving it like a cinnamon mixed in there with, rosemary, and so there's different ways that people prepare them, and they package them, and so it can be like in a bath salt format, and then you just soak in that, right? You can do different ways. You can use a little bit of Florida water, just like an ounce, because you don't want that to burn down there. Just saying. And you can throw that in your bath water as well as like red rose petals, or it doesn't have to be red, anything. So there's different ways that you can do it. Some people sell it in liquid form, which is like a jar, and you just mix it with your water as well. So those are spiritual baths. So you gotta get on it if you're not on it. All right, so let's continue and see what else is coming up with these haters. I really loving this deck. I'm not getting rid of this deck. Literally, it's going to be my deck to help my friends, because I have some people around me that I care about that come to me and for readings, and like, own worst enemy. You cause most of your problems on most of the bad things that happen to yourself. Okay, are we feeling called out now? And what that boils down to is like, are you very negative? Are you always complaining? That lowers your vibration. Are you that asshole where you go to someone like me? That I'm just saying this, like if I was your friend, you go to me and you ask me for a reading, but then you don't follow through with whatever I gave you. Because again, we have a thing called free will, and you're going to take it into your own hands and be like, no, I think he's wrong. I think I'm going to do it my way. And then what happens? Boom. You're your own worst enemy. Are we are we feeling called out yet? Or let's say you pull your own fucking cards and you get those messages from spirit, but you're like, nah, I don't think that's right. How many times has that happened to you guys? Or you're like, nah, I don't think this is accurate. Let me go and consult my rooms, or let me go and throw bones, or whatever. And then you're like, but the messages said, no, don't do it. But what you do, you did it. You done did it, girl. All right. They constantly convince people that they are this and that. Ooh, yeah. A lot of people like to name drop. They like to, you know, um, gloat about what they have and what they don't have. And then we have spying on you as part of their daily routine. Wow. You must be doing something right if you got some people following you, stalking you. And then we have here, Jupiter retrogrades. Oh my God, I wish they would have spelled this as grade. Problems with making important life changes for future benefits, expansion, abundance, and prosperity. I feel like right now is the time to not spend a lot of money, only on things that you really need. For a lot of people, I know it's income tax season. A lot of y'all have gone through that already, or you just got in, you're like planning it out. It's so quick when we have money. We're very impulsive creatures to just want to spend, right? And go out and shop. Save money during this Mercury retrograde. Things can come up, things can fall apart. So, yeah, Matt, to Smooth, he says, my neighbor constantly spies on me. Wow. Yep. And then we have here hating on your creativeness and ideas. I'm not, I'm not going to sit here and blame people, but I know that there were some people that did spell work on me, because I used to be very active and motivated on doing videos and content for you guys, my rays of light here on my channel. And I kind of pulled back from that. And I felt like sometimes I wasn't motivated. And after my mom passed in 2023, in July of 2023, I went through like a depression and a dark period. It was very hard, adjusting and coping. So I didn't feel my best, but I'm now, coming out of that. And I've done a lot of spiritual protection recently, and I'm going to continue to do that so I can continue to be here and make time for you guys, because you guys are important to me as well. But I know a lot of you miss me, and I haven't been doing a lot of celebrity readings, and the reason for that is because, again, what was being done to me. I'm getting out of that. Just like I said, even though I'm a powerful spiritual person, we all are human, and when you have spiritual work done on you, it affects you in different ways. Because I'm so out there in the public eye, because I do a lot of, of things, um, you're more targeted by people, who don't like you. Oh, thank you guys. Y'all are amazing. But no, I'm getting back into my groove, honey. So you're going to be seeing a lot more videos and a lot more content. And yep, I'm getting back into my creativeness because this is how I started. This is how I'm going to continue to be until I get my TV show. And even then, I'll still be doing this. Like I said, my goal is to be on TV and have my show, and that's what I'm doing. All right, guys. So, yep, the dark night of the soul. It's like leveling up. You have to take your time. Yep. Thank you for being here as well, Erica. I really appreciate that. Yep, I did go through my dark night of the soul. So, yep, I'm getting out of that now. All right. So, who wants a reading? Who wants a couple of cards pulled? Just comment. If you want to donate, you can donate to my Venmo or my Cash App. My Cash App is $ PsychicMediumRay. My Venmo is at PsychicMediumRay. Um, but you can also just you can donate here to Super Chats. But a lot of times they take a percentage of that. So, all right. Let's see. But you don't have to, but that just goes towards supporting the channel. All right. Erica Kramer, let's pull a card for you. All right, so I get here the King of Wands. So if you don't have that masculine energy in your life right now, this could be someone that is coming in. But if not, it's something also. If you already have that person in your life, then this would be that person they're talking about. Someone that's very nurturing, very creative, etc. And then I also feel with the Fool card, you're about to embark on something new, something that you like to do. This could be work related. It could be more like doing things around your house that you want to do. And now is the time. And I feel like, the message here with the Sun card is like you have a lot of blessings coming in. There's a lot of happiness. So stay with the program, stay grounded, and stay committed to your goals. All right. Let's see. Talia, I see you, girl. Okay, so there's no guy, then that's somebody that's coming in. So be open. This is the year. Also on IG at Psychic Medium Ray. So what the Leslie Michelle pin, that's my Venmo as well. It's at Psychic Medium Ray. And then if you want it, it's the same like you see, but instead of the $ for Cash App, instead of the at sign, it's going to be the $ Psychic Medium Ray. All right, so let's pull a card there. Oh, okay, for Talia. Oh, Talia, let me shuffle these cards. All right. I have for you the Ace of Pentacles. So your financial situation is definitely going to improve. This is hard work. But I also feel like there's a tendency to spend. So they're saying just be mindful of your spending lately during the Mercury retrograde. I also feel like you be maybe feeling some chaotic energy here lately with the Tower card. So there could be a couple of things in your life right now that seem like you're feeling a little like there's changes that are outside of your control. Could be with your kids, with your partner, with your own work, but everything I feel like is going to turn out well. All right, J Cat Slat, I love one. All right, let's see what comes up. And thank you guys for those of you that are donating. I'm about to go on those too. Hi, Verdiana. Okay, Matt, I got you, boo. Hold on. Let me do J Cat Slat first. Okay, J-Cat Slap. It's about the strength card. So sometimes when I see the strength card, you notice like behind her, there's all this smoke back here. I feel like again, it's almost like you might be in a period where you're transitioning past the chaos, past the stuff. Even though yes, you might be feeling it very much around you now. It's almost like you're turning your back to it. You've kind of like learned through the hard lessons how strong you are, and they want you to stand in your strength. Stand in your power, call your power back to you because there might be someone that's draining you or people in your family, etc., that kind of take some of your energy, and we don't realize how much they take from us. This is a time of you to shine. I feel like with the Six of Wands, anything that you do this year in particular, I feel like you're going to be successful. And I need to get these nails done because I've had these for quite some time already. Um, and then I have here the Ace of Swords. So again, you're going to conquer. These two cards, in essence, I feel go hand in hand in your reading. And so I feel like these are very positive cards, with the Ace of Swords and then the Six of Wands. Like I feel like victory is yours. This is your time to shine. So this is for J Cat Slat. So this is a time to be motivated, stay, grounded, committed to your goals, whether it's like getting, in shape or like having more money to spend. Yes. All right. So okay, Jamie McKellar, thank you so much. Any messages for me? I did feel Jamie immediately around you. I felt a male energy that's passed, and I felt that person around you. It felt almost like an older male. So I'm not sure if this is like a father figure, grandfather, but I felt this person kind of like um, I felt a lot of pain in my body for some reason. So if that doesn't make sense, just hold on to it. But I felt that around you. And I feel like the King of Pentacles, again, is telling me like there might be a male in your life. If not, again, this is somebody that you might be attracting. Trying to get the resolution here good. And this person, I feel like, is very much goal-oriented, hard worker. I also feel like this is a time to trust your intuition with the moon. It's a time of reflection. As you can see, the cat is looking at the water. Same as you might be over analyzing or analyzing things a lot right now in your life and considering like what are your next moves, what do you want to do as the year progresses. And also the star card is about hope. So don't give up hope. But also it's very good about, it talks about like, you know, um, as above, so below is like how I see this. Everything is about balance. Everything is going to happen as it's meant to happen. All right. So remember, these are just mini readings. If you want to book a private reading, I do phone readings. I do Zoom on one-to-one personal sessions, and I also do email readings. So if you want to book one, now is the time. They're 50% off. All right. So let me go to the next one. It's Talia. Thank you so much, girl, for your donation. I really appreciate you. I think I already pulled some cards for you. Did I? Yeah, I did. Thank you so much. All right. And then we have Island Babe. Good to see you, Ray. I'm Isla. Do you see anything good happening with me for love, particularly between Vincent and I? All right, Island Babe. I like that name, Island Babe. Okay. I have the Eight of Pentacles, which is interesting. It's almost like I feel like this is going to require work. This relationship's going to require work. I feel like there's a lot of balance that's needed here in this relationship with the Justice card. And I also feel like there might be some outside interferences with the Five of Swords, people that are not necessarily happy, and it could be people in his family, his friend circle, vice versa, people in your friend circle that may not see this relationship, for what it is. So again, I just feel like you got to be careful with what the energies. And I'm a big firm believer in something that I posted too. Don't let everybody, just because they're friends with you, know your every move. You need to work in silence sometimes and not say a lot because not everybody is working towards that. Um, so not everybody is working towards your greater good. J Cat Slat, you're welcome. Talia, you're welcome. Um, oh, J Cat Slat says this is spot on. So I'm just reading. Hi, Tasha Love. Thank you for your donation. Let me pull one for Tasha Love. So I have here the Nine of Cups. So I feel like this is a time where you're needing to go deep within. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you'll be fine financially and stuff, but they don't want you to focus on the material things. There's a lot of temptations with that. They want you to kind of clear your mind and focus on your gifts and also in your creativeness. You're about to start something new. There's like a new phase, a new beginning with you, and they want you to be excited about it. And I also feel like there's a new man if you're not in a relationship. This King of Cups is coming in hot and strong. So, yes, girl, I'm all for it. And if you're already with somebody, then that would be your man. But, yes. Dad, yes. Okay, Jamie. So that was your dad. I also do mediumship readings, past life readings. I do it all. Matt to Smooth, thank you, Boo, for your patience. We're going to get to everybody that I can. Just be patient with me. And I am a Gemini with a Cancer moon, Cancer rising. My sun sign is Gemini. So Mercury is my ruling planet. So if I seem a little out of character, it's because of Mercury retrograde. That's why I'm a little spicy today. Okay. Okay, Matt. Matt to Smooth. We have the Queen of Cups. So you're very nurturing. I feel like you stand a lot in your divine feminine, even though, no matter, we all have a duality of masculine and feminine, but I feel like you're very connected to what you want. I also feel like you're going to be manifesting. Either love is going to find you if you're single right now, and if you're not single, then this is just like love coming to you, and it could be offers like love being shown from a friend, from an employer, not like romantically, but the appreciation that sometimes we go through life like we always like show our love towards other people, whether it's like giving them a compliment, etc. But we never hardly see that back, right? And then we have the Ace of Swords. I'm sorry, Page of Swords. So you are, like I said, you're about to embark on something new and take a stand on something that you want to do. Um, this could like be studying something, brushing up on your skills and on some level, but I feel like you're going through a lot of like changes this year. Island Babe, you're welcome. All right. That part. Yes. Erica, thank you so much. Or Clucky 108, thank you for your donation. Oh, Island Honey says, always on point. I had a reading last year and everything you said was on. Yes, I love you guys. And sometimes my readings be taking a little bit. When you book a private reading, a lot of people freak out because it says 5 to 8 week turnaround time. But that's what's during my busy season, which was like November through January, February is like my busiest season. So right now the turnaround time is a lot quicker if you want to book one. You know, but all right, let's get to the next person. Let's see. I'm just going through here. Jenna, thank you so much, sweetheart. She loved my nails. They really are giving, but I need to change them up a little bit. All right, so Lulu's shopping. Hi, Lulu. I know who you are. We have for Lulu, we have the Ace of Swords. So again, I feel like you're going to be very busy in your personal life and your goals if you have a business. And I also feel like you might feel a little worn out. The Nine of Wands is almost like you've been through some things. You might be stretched in different areas and different places. Don't overcommit. Make sure to take care of your health. And you might be dealing with a very difficult male energy or someone that embodies the divine masculine. It could be very challenging in the next couple of weeks, especially during this retrograde. Expect for a lot of you guys that are listening problems with relationships, etc., with a significant partner. Okay. So, Wolf Mother, hey girl, haven't seen you in a while. Rusty May Anderson, thank you so much. El Niño Muerte, hola, hola, hey. Okay, thank you so much, the Leslie Michelle. She's so great. Okay, Matt Smooth says, awesome. Thank you so much, Ray. I'm a mom of 7, so you're spot on with my nurturing. Wow. And I do feel like I always pour out love and never get in a return. And I was thinking about teaching again. So there you go. You're on there. My cat's name is Toby. That's what I named him. I know he's not real. For those of you that are out there, I haven't lost my mind. But it's my little, I was a cute little statue in the spiritual shop. I was like, I have to have him. So I read in this shop in Goliad, Texas, which is called the Soul Emporium. It's an amazing place as well. And the owner, Miss Diana, she's so beautiful, such a beautiful spirit. She has all these little things in there. And this cat, I read every second Saturday there at the shop. And she had this cat, and I just kept watching it, and it was so cute. I was like, I want him, and I was looking at the price, and it wasn't highly like overpriced or anything. It's just like when you're an adult, you have responsibilities, and you have to budget. You can't just go like a millionaire would and spend whatever you want. You have to be responsible, and so I kept saying, if he's still there in a couple weeks when I have some coins, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get them. And I did. I got them. She has actually two of them. I love cats. Actually, I'm a very much of a cat person. My friend and sisters, Misty from Indigo Moons in Houston. It's an amazing spiritual shop. It's on Blaylock Road. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. She has two cats, and one is a black cat like the cat here. His name's Onyx, and the other one is Juniper, and they both are so cuddly. If you ever go in the store and she has them there, be sure to give them, pet them or like say hi to them. They're very lovable. They love people. They're little celebrities themselves. All right, so back to it. Okay, with Mother, let me pull a card for you. So I have here the Five of Swords. Be careful with the people around you. Again, just people stirring the pot. Everybody with problems. But I also feel with the Lovers card, this is signifying like focus on your own relationship, your friendships, and I also see you leaving behind. For those of you that are not aware, the Eight of Cups is like leaving something or a situation that no longer is serving you. So I feel like this year as well, because in Chinese astrology, we are in the year of the snake. When you think of a snake, we think about shedding skin, right? Shedding one's skin. So again, we're looking at that from the eyes and the perspective that we're shedding things, we're shedding situations. All right. Yeah, it was meant for me. All right. Let's see. Virdiana, Virdiana Mascorro. The Justice card, needing to really just like have balance, and also I feel like they're telling you to get some rest. Pay attention to your health, this year as well. Again, I don't do health readings. I'm not a doctor and I don't diagnose, but from a medical intuitive standpoint, when I see the Four of Swords in a reading, it's always like we need to take care of our mind, body, and soul. That is our vessel. But I do feel like in other areas of your life, with the I don't know if you can see this, the resolution, the Six of Wands, it's almost like you have some good moments of feeling recognized, feeling appreciated from people around you. And it's also a reminder for you to appreciate yourself too. Others are going to give to you. Oh, Wolf Mother, thank you so much. I love you, and I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, El Niño Muerte. Let's get you a card or two. All right, we have here the Knight of Cups. So you're going to be traveling soon, but I also feel like you have blessings coming in. The World card is almost like you're experiencing a new cycle. There's something that's you're shifting. You're going through a major spiritual shift, and I feel like also pay attention to the Five of Wands, like people that bring drama around you. Don't make their battles your battles. Focus on you only. All right. So thank you so much for that. All right. So let's see. Who else? Jojo. Hey, Jojo. All right. So Jojo, I have the Strength card, which I got for another person. Stand in your power. Call your power back to you. Remember to do like like cord cuttings as well. I feel like I'm being told to tell you. I feel like that's important for you. I feel like somebody might be still latched to your energy. And then we have the Queen of Cups, which is about being a giver, and that kind of explains it. Sometimes we're very inclined to give, and we don't realize that people are not reciprocating that. And then again, stand in your power with the King of Cups. So again, like um, be appreciative of everything, but also be protective of your space and your energy. All right. You're welcome. All right. Lena, my name is Lena. Like a short reading if you feel drawn to me. Okay. So I have here the Ten of Swords. This could be about like just paying attention. There could be sometimes we don't see things or see the danger in a situation, or the level of like the true intentions of someone, because sometimes we're backstabbed, right? But sometimes we have problems letting go of situations, or letting go of someone that we know is not good for us. So they're saying just for you to be careful, because I see heartbreak here. It was almost like there's something coming down the road where it's going to be like not necessarily like love life, but it could be like another situation, like a friendship or relationship coming to an end. Somebody says something and it triggers you and it makes you realize like, hey, Where do they really stand in my life, etc. So I don't know if that will make sense to you. And then again, you might feel alone without that connection. Oftentimes when we go through a friendship that's ended, or another area of our life, we end up thinking, you know, what am I going to do without this person? I relied heavily on them. I called them all the time, blah blah blah. But life goes on, and we continue to live, and you'll be okay, and you'll survive. You'll get through it. So, I feel like that's the message for you, Jojo. You're welcome. Selena, hope that helps you. Okay. Let's see here. Hi, Andrea. 54 Hector. So I get the strength card again for you. Let me shuffle these cards a little bit more. The Nine of Cups. So again, I feel like you might be going through a period where you need to go within and just not focus on your blessings, your finances, because you are blessed, but really also stand by yourself. Sometimes when we have, children, or we have a lot of people, or we have a job, everything becomes more of a priority than our own inner well-being and our own inner voice, and we can't hear that or think clearly with everything going on. So this is a reminder for you to kind of like step into your power, but also remember to take some time for yourself. All right. All right, I'm just going through here. Yes, please like this live if you can. Give it a thumbs up. Lena M says, yes, solitude is what I'm trying to embrace. That makes so much sense. Okay. So Danielle Russell, could you please do a quick reading for me, Ray? Yes, I can. Hey, Danielle. So I have the Eight of Swords. You might have some trust issues with some people. Maybe you were burned before, by people, you were betrayed, or even in love, like, you've been hurt. I feel like you're being told with the Eight of Swords to start opening your heart again and trusting people. And if you trust people, then it's just like a reminder to go out more and be more, because when I see the swords represent a lot of air energy, but it represents our mind, the mental, so our thoughts, right? And it's all in our head sometimes. And these, you can easily, she's surrounded by these swords, but can easily get out of it if she took the blindfold off and she, pulled one of the swords out. She would have her own way out of this circle of, bubble of protection that she's put in. So sometimes we create our own self defense mechanisms. And I feel like that sometimes can lead to a lot of disappointment. The Five of the Cups is like, I feel like you've had some disappointment in your life. You've had some setbacks, but you are being reminded to be that bad bitch that you are, the Queen of Swords, stand in your power. Don't release it. Don't let people take that energy from you. So again, these are mini readings. If you want to book a private reading, they're all 50% off. Go to www.raymondguzman.net/readings and book yourself one. All right. And then you're welcome, Danielle. Um, Let me pull one for the Leslie Michelle, because she's so lovely. She's been my moderator and helping me. So I haven't pulled one for you, girl. But I take care of my peeps too. So she's amazing. She's not getting paid to do this, but she does it. So I really want to give her a shout out and thank you. Um, so for you, the Leslie Michelle, I have the Four of Cups. So this is talking about like you could be entering a very like, or someone could be around you entering a depressive mode, kind of like in their head space a lot. But things are going to improve with the Six of Wands. Again, victory, success, good news, momentum. But also with the Four of Pentacles, it's almost like kind of holding on too tight to certain things. It's okay to splurge or treat yourself. Um, yeah, so I feel good energy for you, the Leslie Michelle. Okay. Bronny. Hey, Bronny. Let me pull a card or two for you, Bronny. Thank you for being here. All right. So I have here the Nine of Wands. So again, feeling like you've been through some hardships, you've been through some a rough period in your life, maybe in the last year. I feel like since 2020, we've all been through, the world has been going through a difficult period, with COVID and everything. We've all gone through some things, but you're standing. I feel like this is a friendship that could develop into something more if you're single, if you're with somebody. This could just be a new friend that comes in, someone in your circle, but I definitely feel good energy. And I feel with the Knight of Wands, like you're spiritually protected. There's nothing to worry about. No matter what comes up, you will always find a solution. Okay. Yeah, everybody remembered that. Andrea 54, you might have to go back, hun. I did read you. Andrea 54 Hector. I did pull some cards for you, but I don't think you heard it. You might have stepped away or you just weren't paying attention. But I did pull so this will be saved to my YouTube channel. All right, guys, I am going to get off of here. I'm going to be cooking some food and also doing everyday normal people stuff like laundry, which I hate doing laundry, but it's part of being an adult, right? So I love you guys. Catch me here. I'm going to be dropping a video tonight, a celebrity reading. Drop comments. Let me know who you want me to read on. I'm very tempted to do one on Wendy Williams. If you've been seeing it and following her, very similar to Britney Spears and that conservatorship. I feel like some people set up Wendy for this conservatorship to keep her prisoner, and it's almost like a form of payback for her being very open and vocal about certain people in the industry, just like me, Sloan Bella, and some other people who have been doing this for a while. When you are very vocal and you're very verbal and stuff about the industry and Hollywood, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's also a reason why Ellen DeGeneres left the United States and is now with her wife Portia uh, in the UK, right? And a lot of other celebrities too, Rosie O'Donnell, etc. There's a lot of stuff, but in particular with Ellen's case, it's very interesting because she actually wanted to like cut all her connections to Hollywood, um, friendships, etc. And there's a reason for that. But yeah, I might do Angie Stone. I might do Wendy Williams. Kind of give me ideas of what you want out there for readings. But I love you guys. Many blessings. Take this time this Sunday to relax a little. Again, don't forget to go to my website and book a reading if you haven't done so. And follow me on TikTok for more witch tips, etc. And also my Patreon, which is www.patreon.com/PsychicMediumRay. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.